most people are controlled by their desires and they have zero clue that they are controlled. They use coping mechanisms like it's just a part of my life, that I'm supposed to be this way, or another stupid example that they think of. Whether it's chasing validation or instant pleasure, it all weakens your focus and your confidence, which is what I'm trying to help you build so you can become the confident version of yourself. The truth is, when your emotions and impulses control you, you can't control how you communicate. But when you learn to master your desires, whether it's lust, whether it's validation, whether it's any form of instant gratification, you automatically become more confident, more calm, more respected, and that's what we're trying to build here. Here's 5 steps that I will show you to control your desires in the most simple, most concise way. Control what you focus on. Your attention is the most valuable resource. When you constantly give in to social media, distractions, overthinking, or chasing external validation, your attention and your focus get scattered. To be more present in conversations. But when you train yourself to be more focused, you become more present in conversation. People can feel when you're focused and grounded. It's very rare to find, and it's instantly respected by everyone. Step number 2 is to practice self-discipline. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice resisting those little temptations, the more you practice saying no to those little temptations that you get for scrolling, for wanking, for watching lustful videos and doing all these disgusting bakwas things, gossiping or emotionally responding to anything, the stronger your self-control gets. And when you can control those impulses, you gain authority over your emotions. And that's what real authority is. Being calm, being grounded, and knowing what you feel, knowing what you want to feel the next moment. When you're constantly losing your emotional response to certain things and certain outcomes, you lose your sense of self, and you don't have the self-discipline to be feeling what you want to feel. It's pretty pathetic to not be able to control your emotion. On to step number 3, which is to know your intentions. Most people talk to impress and not connect, which is why there's a lot of fake people in this world, a lot of two-faced. You probably noticed it at school or college, uni, or even at your workplace. When you shift your attention from seeking validation to actually being present and adding value, your communication changes completely. You come across as more authentic, and people just naturally listen to you and trust you. But I want you to think about it. Like, why does that happen? Why? Like, have you ever thought about, okay, if I try to flex myself, talk about the car I have, talk about the money I have, talk about the things I gained, what does that do for me? What does it do for me? Obviously, it puts me on a pedestal, but do those people now view me as someone to connect with anymore? No. This guy's a weirdo. This guy's just talking about himself. Self-centered guy. They're just gonna view you as a rude person, and you wouldn't want that. You wanna connect naturally. You wanna connect authentically. So I suggest you to remember that people feel your energy. Energy is real. Whether you're spiritual, religious or not, it's real, it's science, okay? Your energy can change the entire room for the positive, or it can change it for the negative based on how you feel. So I want you to keep that in mind. Step number 4 is to choose your environment. Remember, your environment either feeds your discipline or feeds your distractions. You gotta choose one or the other. You gotta spend time with people who have direction. You gotta spend time with people who have purpose. And you have to spend time with people who have emotional control. They say the 5 people that you hang around with is what you become. Those people will rub off of you. And I'm literally proof. I used to have friends who would just be absolutely degenerate, and I still love them, even though we don't speak to each other anymore as much. We'd always just be degenerate. We wouldn't do the righteous acts. We'd be wasting time doing foolish acts, goofing around, right? We weren't focused, right? So obviously their habits rubbed off to me, and it definitely declined my productivity, declined my mindset. But when I just distanced myself from those group of people, everything inclined, and alhamdulillah, I've been able to become the best version of myself, and I'm super grateful for that, all because of God. And the more grounded your environment is, the easier it becomes to stay consistent with your goals, with your purpose, with your life. Step number 5 is to build inner satisfaction. Most desires come from your inner emptiness, trying to fill a void with external things, whether it's degenerate or not. But when you start building peace through inner reflection, purpose, and meaningful acts and meaningful habits, your need for validation instantly just drops. You stop chasing for validation. You stop chasing for approval, and you start expressing your true self with confidence. Real confidence isn't about being loud or dominant. It's about being in control of yourself. The more you master your desires, the more your communication changes. You start to speak slower, listen better, and project authority without trying. And that's the foundation of advanced social skills. If you want to master your communication and social skills, and yes, I'm trying to pitch you right now, my website is there for you to check out. I help guys with communication, improving their social skills and overall speech. So if that interests you, and if you're a guy or a girl, by all means, go down below.